Hi, Dave Dickinson with Bankers Compliance Consulting here. I want to tell you about two webinars that we have coming up in March that I believe are the absolute essentials to everything lending compliance related. The first one is on March 9th. It's called Applicants and Applications. We're going to spend 2 hours going through the regs, Reg B, Equal Credit Opportunity Act, Reg C, HMDA, and Reg Z, TRID. By the way, there's 3 different definitions of applications when you look at those 3 regs. You can have 3 different dates. Do you understand a pre-qualification versus a pre-approval? Do you understand an inquiry versus an application? I spent 25 years as a consultant. I spent several years as an examiner and as a loan officer. And I'm going to tell you, there are scenarios that I struggle with because there's leeway in these regulations. Unfortunately, there's not as much leeway as most loan officers would like. We're also hearing from the hundreds of clients that we serve that examiners are interviewing your loan officers, and sometimes they get painted into a corner. The consequence here is a fair lending issue. More than that, in my opinion, is the civil side of this. If you understand what an application is, now you can say, well, what is the applicant? Who can I make sign? What can I make them sign? And that moves us into the joint intent requirements. We're going to talk about that for 2 hours on March 22nd. Let me give you some more questions. What if one spouse is in front of me and they say, we would like to apply? How do I get joint intent documentation from that spouse that's not present? Can I make an officer or director sign a loan? Can I make them sign a guarantee? And if I can, why would they want to sign a joint intent form that says they're voluntarily applying? Because they're not. What do we do with those situations where none of them are in front of me? That's the kind of thing we're going to explore. And these are absolute essentials, again, to understanding everything else. Do I have to send denials? Do I send notice of incompleteness? All of that stems off of this. Make sure you join us for these things. What's great about our training is that it's recorded. You'll get all the questions that are asked answered in writing. You can play back this recording for your loan officers when they need it, when it's convenient for them, when you need to remind them of these rules over and over. If you can't make the live training, you can get the recording out of our downloadable library of training. So I hope you'll join me. At Bankers Consulting, we take complicated regs, we turn them into plain English so you can get back to serving your customers.